Hello everyone, welcome to this session of Engineering Graphics and Design. Myself Vimal Salot from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to discuss orthographic projection, how a pictorial view of the object can be converted into orthographic projection by first angle projection method that we are going to discuss. So here one object is given. The question is isometric view, or it is also known as a pictorial view of the object is shown in figure. Draw its front view and left hand side view in first angle projection method. So it is the given object. It is known as isometric view or pictorial view. It is three-dimensional object. Here you can see there are several components of this object. Here it is a rectangular block. This plate is L-shaped, inverted L-shaped plate. This plate is somewhat square shaped, but on the bottom of this plate one slot is cut. Direction for front view is shown here. It is the direction for the front view. It is important point. See here it is clearly written for front view. Otherwise it is also given in a manner that arrow, this arrow with some capital letter X, Y, Z, it may be any capital letter. So it indicates direction for the front view. So we have to consider this direction as front view direction, and with reference to this front view direction we have to decide rest of the direction. For here we have to draw left hand side view. So this direction is direction for the side view, and in side view it is particularly left hand side of the object. So the view which will be obtained from this side, it is known as left hand side view. In short form it is written as LHSV. So here you can see these are the several surfaces. Let us name this surface as A surface and this surface as B surface. Now let's see the dimension of this object. So from this direction, from front view direction, this dimension is length of the given object. So here the length is given as 80 mm. Another dimensions, let us see what are the dimensions. This slot, it is 40 mm. Total width is 60 mm. It is the total width 60 mm. See, from this direction, this axis represents total length of the object. This axis represents total width of the object, and this axis represents total height of the object. So now height of this object is given as 70 mm. Here step height of this component is given as 20 mm, the side view, and size of this square is 20 by 20. It means that this width is 20 and this height is 20 for this block, but length of this block is 40 mm. So these are the main dimensions: length, width and height. Now when we look at this object from this direction, that is direction for the front view, we can see two dimensions of the object. It is length and height. So from front view direction we can see this length 80 mm and height 70 mm. From top view direction, this direction is direction for the top view. So when we look at this object from top view, we can see length and width of the object, and when we see this object from this side view direction, we can see two dimensions, that is width and height of the object. So for any orthographic view, always we can see two dimensions of the object. That's why it is also known as two-dimensional drawing. We know that in first angle projection method, what is the arrangement of the view? Front view and left hand side view. Left hand side view we have to draw towards right side of the front view. So according to that we have to manage the space. So we will start from the front view. XY, another reference line, X1, Y1 is another reference line. Now, when we look at this object from this direction, as we are looking from the front view direction, this surface is clearly visible. That exact shape we can see from the front view direction. Another surface which is visible from front view direction is this B surface. Exactly with this shape, we can see this surface, that is B surface. So A and B surface, these are the clear visible surface from the front view direction. So before starting, visualize the shape of the object from particular direction. So here this bottom edge is 80 mm. So we will draw this bottom edge of 80 mm length. Height is 70 mm. So this total height is 70 mm height. This edge is 70 mm. Now this edge is 20 mm. So this dimension we have to take 20, and after that we will move in this direction. So this edge is also visible. So this horizontal line represents this edge. Now this dimension is 20. It is 20 and total is 80. So length of this line should be 60 mm, because 80 minus 20, that is 60. So length of this horizontal edge is 60 mm. From this point, draw a vertical line as drawn here. It is vertical line up to total height 70 mm, and then complete this edge. So this shape exactly is drawn here. Now height of this step is 20 mm. So write down the dimension 20 mm. Length of this step is 20 mm. This length is 20 mm. Another surface which is visible from this direction. One surface we have completed. We are discussing visible detail first. So that is completed. Now this is the another surface, B surface, which is also visible from front view direction, and its length is 40. Here this dimension is 40 and this height is 20. Okay, so now total height from this point to this point, from top to bottom, is 70. 70 minus this 20, so 50. So this height is of 50 mm. And considering this 50 mm, we have to locate this block at the center, and this dimension is 20. So 50 minus 20, that is 30. It means that from top side, from here we have to left the dimension 15 mm as well. From the bottom side of this block also we have to left 15 mm. So in this way we can find out the missing dimensions. So from this point we will take this dimension 15 mm, and from 15 mm we will draw this horizontal line, and length of this horizontal line is 40 mm. So this length is 40 mm. Now this height is 20 mm. So this height is 20 mm, and complete this rectangular block. So it looks like this way. Here drawings are not made with the actual dimensions, but the dimensions which are shown here, that dimension you have to consider while preparing its actual drawing. So this dimension is length 40 mm dimension. So front view we have completed. These are the visible details for the front view. Now we have to draw left hand side view, and left hand side view will be placed towards right side of the object, because the method given is first angle projection method. So in first angle projection method, left hand side view is placed towards right side of the front view. So take projection from this front view. Okay, and for side view, as we discussed, we can see two dimensions, that is width and height. These are the two dimensions. By taking projection, we can get this dimension, that is height. Another dimension is width, that is 60, that we will take by measurement. So first of all, let's visualize what we can see from the side view. So from side view, this inverted C shape can be seen clearly. This block will be visible and it will look like a square of 20 by 20, and it is a plate which will be looked with the actual dimension. So first, by taking projection here also, from this point also we have to take the projection. So now this tape height is 20 mm, so we have to take this height 20 mm, and by taking projection also we can get this dimension exactly 20 mm. Now this width is 60, so we have to take this dimension as 60 mm dimension, and projection from this side, the dimension will be obtained by taking projection, but the width, that width is from this point to this point, that width we have to take as 60 mm. Now for this step, this dimension is 60 and total width, this this dimension is 40 and total width is 60. So 60 minus 40, 20 mm. So both of this step is having 10 mm, 10 mm dimension on both the sides. So here from this point we have to take this dimension width 10 mm, and this step height is also 10 mm. From this point also we'll take dimension 10 mm and complete this inverted C shape. It is shown here by this red color outline. That is the side view of this object, and for this plate the side view is already drawn, it is prepared here. And now for this block we can take projection from this front view, and dimension is 20 by 20, so we have to locate this surface at the center point. Don't forget to write down the dimensions. It is necessary to write down all the dimensions. So this total width is 60, this width is 40 mm, and this block will look like a square of 20 by 20 that will be located at the center of 60 and at 50. So it is located at the center square of 20 by 20 mm size. That would be D surface from the side view. So it is shown here by the D surface. It is C surface, actual shape you can see here, it is inverted C shape. That exactly inverted C shape is drawn here. So C and D surfaces are drawn. It is square of 20 by 20. It is front view and it is left hand side view. Dimension for this height is 50 mm because this is 20 and total is 70 mm. Now these are the visible details. We have completed so far front view and left hand side view with all visible details. But now we have to check for invisible details. If there are any invisible details, then we have to draw it with dotted line. Invisible details means what? Physically it exists in the object, but from particular direction it is not visible. That type of details are known as invisible details, and always they are drawn with dotted line. So here you can see for this object, when we look at this object from front view direction, this slot is actually it is cut in the object, but from this direction it is not visible. So it is invisible detail and it should be drawn with the dotted line. You can see here in left hand side view, this slot is represented over here, okay, and this dimension is 10 mm dimension. So from this point you have to take the dimension 10 mm, and throughout the length, it means from this point to this point it is cut. So throughout the length it is cut. So from bottom measure dimension 10 mm and draw a dotted line. So it represents invisible detail. Write down dimension 10 mm. So it completes front view and left hand side view of the object. If top view is also asked to draw, then top view is drawn below front view. So it will be located over here. According to question, we have to draw the required views. Now let's see the symbol of first angle projection method. Frustum of cone is considered a standard symbol for the projection method. Here you can see it is frustum of the cone. and it is placed in such a way that its axis is parallel to both HP and VP. So this direction is direction for the front view direction. It is the direction for the front view, and this direction is direction for the left hand side. So when we look at this first term from this direction on vertical plane, it will look like this shape as it is shown here. But when we look at this object from left hand side view, we can see two concentric circles. Smaller circle is for this part, and another circle, larger circle, is for this part. Okay, so we can see two concentric circles in left hand side. So here front view is shown, it is front view and it is the left hand side view. But we know that in first angle method, the left hand side view is placed towards right side of the front view. So it is drawn here left hand side view. It is considered a standard symbol for first angle projection method. Thank you very much for watching.